So I had a bit of a food freak out today. For the last maybe 5 days or so, I really had trouble getting enough food into me. I'm targeting 600 calories a day, which in scientific terms is diddly squat. And when I don't get anywhere near that, it's not so bad the day of, but it turns out that cumulatively it can result in really kind of like almost a minor panic attack. I still don't feel great, but I got home from work and was just really upset. I think I kept saying that everything seemed homogeneous. All of my food was homogeneous, by which I meant both that my food was the same, I was eating the same things day in and day out, and then also that each individual meal that I have is just one thing, just a small portion of one thing, and very homogeneous, and all the textures are the same. And I was just very upset about that, and really freaking out and trying to figure out a way around that, and my brain wasn't functioning enough to let me do that. So my husband was really wonderful about that, and he made me a tiny little bit of steak and a tiny little bit of mashed potatoes and an egg, of which I ate all the steak, all the eggs, and all the steak, all the mashed potatoes, and half of the egg, which really did help calm me down. And obviously it wasn't homogeneous. The dangers of being a scientist is you end up complaining that things are homogeneous or extruded or some other crazy thing. So my husband was really wonderful about that. He actually does most of the cooking in our household, despite the fact that I'm a food scientist. I actually kind of get sick of food and looking at it and doing stuff with it by the end of the day. And also, he's just better at it than I am. Let's be totally honest. If you need somebody to make 10,000 pounds of something, I'm your girl. You need somebody to make 2 portions of something, go to him. So that's about all I have to say about that. Like I said in previous videos, this has been an overall positive process, but I believe in documenting the negative parts of it too, and sometimes the negative parts are panic attacks about homogeneity. So yeah, that's that. If the video quality looks a little bit better right now, that's because I used a gift card that my wonderful friend Jenny gave to my husband and I when we moved into the new place. I used it to get myself a new-to-me camera. I was looking at cameras, and they were all the new cameras are eons better than the camera that I had. And I was like, well, wait, why do I need a camera that does all this fancy stuff when all I really need is something that's a lot better than what I have, which is pretty much anything that's come out on the market in the last like 3 years. So this camera I think is about 2 years old. The actual design of the camera, I don't know how old the actual unit I have is. So I put the gift card towards that and was able to get a nice used model. So thank you, Jenny. Really appreciate it. If the video quality doesn't look good, it's probably because I haven't figured out how to work this camera quite yet. It's not complicated, but it definitely has a few little weird settings. This is the second time I've recorded this video because when I had it oriented the other way, it made a horrible clicking noise every time the lens zoomed in and zoomed out, which if I do this, it does a lot. So I am going to go sit on the couch and try to quietly not have a panic attack, and also try to figure out why I'm not getting as much food into me as I was previously. I had no trouble getting 600 calories 5 days ago, and then all of a sudden I'm having trouble even eating 2 ounces of food where I was eating 4 ounces before. So I'm going to look into that. If it keeps up, obviously I'll talk to a doctor, but that's what's going on with me. Hope you're having a good day. Bye-bye.